Hi Leo, I love you, honey. So if you see some red marker on the wall in the background, just know I let my grandkids write on the wall. I do not care. They got that spot over there, and that's all for them. So I even hung them a mirror over there. You know, I'm interested to see how they see themselves. I love you so much, and thank you so much for being here, Leo. We're just going to do a general Celtic for Leo. Will not resonate with everyone. Wheel of Fortune. There's some changes coming. Change of heart. 3 swords. Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn. 10 Pentacles. There's that rich woman we've been talking about. A Fool. Released from the 4 of Wands to be comfortable alone. To reconsider where they stand in the offer and moving forward with the divine in this transition. Ooh. So the change could be coming upon a earth sign. Change of heart. Who's the Queen of Pentacles when it comes to Leo? It could be a mother, could be a sister, could be a boss. Whoever it is, she's very stable and got money. That's the Moon in reverse. You know who it is. Not a secret. It's offer of love, though. 4 of Swords, Ace of Cups. It's like you're blocked from loving this person. Knight of Cups. Could be a Pisces energy, or it's a friend of yours. Could be they've just done so much and you've just tried to help it so much, but they're not allowing you to help it. So you love them, but you have to back off for them to see what you've been trying to help them with. Let's see. Holy angels, Holy spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. Oh. King of Cups. 5 swords. For Leo, come on in. For the Leos that watch this channel. Alright, 2 cups. So, that King of Cups and the 5 swords, you could be challenged by a Scorpio, or this could be a masculine getting his emotions tested, either from 5 different people or one person 5 times. Challenge. 9 wands. There's the reconsideration again. Foundation. It's going to be 2 swords in reverse. Uh-oh. Something here is known. You knew somebody was either low vibing or you knew somebody was going to breadcrumb you. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. False contract. Falsely committed. You have successfully recognized that someone falsely committed in a marriage or falsely committed to family because they wasn't stable enough to be spiritually awakened. You actually initiated, say, I'm sorry, but there's something else you need to recognize to this person. They're confused, the 8 swords and 10 cups. They're confused about where their emotions are. You saw it, they didn't. The star, the 5 wands, and the 3 pentacles. You've acknowledged what the spiritual truth is through the challenge of your interest. Ooh. Someone tried to be fake with you and you read them like a newspaper. Let's keep going. Oh. Recent past. There's the 3 swords. Oh, and the Queen of Cups. Could be a Cancer, heartbroken, or a feminine water sign. And here comes the sun at the top of your spread, honey, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess and the Sun. Ugh. What's coming in for this reading? 3 cups in reverse. 5 wands. There it is. They're not coming together because they're coming together. They don't want to come together with you because they're the ones that challenged you. You stood your ground. I'm going to see what's under it because, oh goodness. You have the King of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. There's a masculine here that has acknowledged or working together in a challenge. Oh gosh. Internal. 3 wands. 4 swords. You could have blocked someone's preparations. You could have blocked their plans. External. Page of Wands. Oh, they're interested. Ace of Wands. They're interested in more than... There's no cups there. Three of Cups in reverse here. Queen of Cups with the Three of Swords right there. There's your Three Swords to your Three Cups. That's why your Three Cups is in reverse. Oh. Main aspect in this reading. Oh, the Hierophant in reverse. One of you was not spiritual. Or you didn't learn the spiritual lesson. Page of Swords. Oh, we're really going to dig into that. Potential outcome? Oh. You got 6 Pentacles, 9 Cups. That's leveling up with the wish fulfillment, the Moon, and the Fool. That's a secret release. Secretly releasing. What is the outcome? Let's do the outcome for internal Leo. The Hangman, a different perspective, and the Tower. Boom, shakalaka. You're not supporting... Yeah, the Page of Cups. Leo is like, I'm sorry. It's the initiation of emotion. The Empress. She's apologized. If this is the feminine, she's apologizing to herself. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. It's a passionately immature contract. Too sexually immature to be committed. No, somebody here wasn't ready to settle down. So it looks like the Empress is saying, I'm sorry. Okay, so where's the masculine? Well, where's the Emperor? The Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords. He could have moved with a friend to find peace. King of Swords, where he can think, oh, about the Queen of Wands and the 10 Pentacles, the rich woman. Who's the rich woman when it comes to the masculine? 4 of Wands. He's lived with her. 7 Pentacles. He's invested with her. Page of Pentacles. They might have even started a business together. 6 Pentacles. They have to level a contract. This contract could have already been going on for 6 years. Well, what kind of contract do they need to level with the Queen of Pentacles? 9 Pentacles and 8 Pentacles. They have to be independently owned. They have to master their own independence. So where's the masculine in this reading? Queen of Wands, either in Aries or this is talking about a female fire sign. 3 of Pentacles. Could be an Aries masculine that is rebuilding the foundation, maybe for the last 3 years. 2 Wands, because a different path of interest. Queen of Swords. Uh-oh. She could actually be watching in judgment, making a final and firm decision on 10 Pentacles. That's the riches. 6 Swords. He wants to actually leave the riches behind. The money doesn't make him... The money doesn't make someone happy anymore. It just literally don't. Let's see where the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine is. For Leo, the Leos that watch this channel, where is the Divine Feminine? Where is her main energy in this reading? 10 Cups. In the World. She could actually be ending a cycle with family. Ending a family cycle. Or she could be ending all cycles to become emotionally abundant. What is that 10 Cups for the Divine Feminine? Yeah. She's ending a cycle with family to recover from her emotions. Her family, the family of this feminine, has left her out in the cold emotionally and alone. This is going to be an unbreakable feminine. There's your 10 Pentacles and your Wheel of Fortune. That's a destiny on top of destiny. A change, a turning point in her life of riches and abundance. Well, you know, once you're broke so much by your family, can't nobody else fuck with you. I don't know how else to say it. Let's see. Where is the divine masculine? Not moving forward, not working together. There's the 3 Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. He needs to be working together with the Queen of Wands. Let's see what the bottom of this spread says. Temperance, at peace with a new perspective. He hasn't acknowledged how to move forward and put the Judgment cross on the front of his car to find peace. Why not? Slow down moving forward. Leo energy. Assessing those investments on the initiation of a twin. Ooh. They're trying to be comfortable. So this is an apology coming to the Empress. Because the Queen of Wands is rebuilding her foundation. Ooh. Could be somebody wanting to message this Empress with a little bit of emotion. Where's the divine masculine here? Remember the King of Cups come at the beginning of the reading? Well, he's now in reverse. Buddy, you need to start loving yourself and drinking a little bit of water, because King of Cups is water energy. And there's 10 swords. Feeling defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, betrayed. You better gain your strength back. Strength, courage, power, wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. You need to master yourself. Focus on yourself. The reason why that tower come out so early is because you have 10 swords right here. Just in case you do not know, 10 swords is the minor arcana for the tower. So he's actually manifested for the divine to take him out of the 5 of Swords energy. But he's looking back. Looking back. Not looking for the friends. Long time comfortable intuition. Okay. This masculine is actually looking for his soul tribe. People that feel like family, that's not DNA. Wow. I want to clarify a couple things up here before we clarify this spread, because I want to see where they both come out. Who's the King of Cups in reverse? Well, there's the Queen of Swords. And the 3 of Wands. So this was a plan that was prepared by the Queen of Swords. Right here. You're blocking their plans. Indeed. What's in that 10 swords? The Hangman. Leaving someone hanging. There's the 10 cups with a new perspective of spiritual truth. That's the feminine. The feminine, she could be mastering her power, and the masculine is stressing over it. But this was a plan that was prepared by the Queen of Swords. What's in the plan? Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. The offer is running dry. 10 swords and the 4 cups. Where's this divine feminine? Recovering from emotions alone. Could be out in the middle of the woods. Well, there you go again. It's clarifying it again. 10 pentacles, 5 swords. She knows that her legacy is being challenged. And she's taking a stand. She's standing up for herself. Yeah, out loud. She said, F all y'all. Woo. Let's see. Leo. I told you, once family breaks you, can't nobody else touch you. So where this reading's going to start is the 10 wands and the 2 cups. This is heavy responsibilities on a soulmate connection. The heavy responsibility that's weighing is the 6 swords in reverse. Someone did not get the message from the divine to move forward out of that 6 Swords with the 5 swords. Somebody was told not to challenge you. Oh my gosh, the Empress. Somebody was told not to challenge you, to go ahead and release that confusion. And the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Somebody's been confused for a while. This could be a person that did not move forward to the feminine. The challenge is the Hermit and the Nine of Wands. Whoever didn't move forward to their counterpart is the one that is spending time alone. You are reflecting, mind, body, and the soul. And what you're reflecting on is the boundaries that you've set for yourself. You're reconsidering what you hold most dear. And there's the 5 wands. That's the, it's a test of interest. It's a test. Are you interested? Could be a sexual test. Could be flirtatious energy testing this masculine with the 5 wands. There you go. That's the plans and preparation. 3 wands. So this is the Queen of Swords that's always up a masculine's ass. It's a plan and preparation to challenge their interest, to cause them to go into hermit mode, to reflect. So somebody's going to be pushed to their breaking point. Foundation. 2 swords in reverse and the 5 of Pentacles. You automatically saw that someone here had maybe some low self-esteem. 7 swords. Deception. You was curious about all of the interferences and deception. There you go. You have the Devil here and the Emperor. There was something that didn't click right with the Emperor, with the Empress and the Emperor here. That is, and here's the Queen of Swords. You got the Devil and the 7 swords. This is karmic deception is what someone was looking for, and that's what they found. That's when the Queen of Swords stepped in. Woo! And the Ace of Swords. So this was clear. This Queen of Swords, she was actually brought into the energy to bring clarity, to bring the truth. So what kind of truth did she bring for the Emperor? What she brought for the Emperor is the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. What truth she brought to him is the Page of Cups is here with the Empress, who he truly has emotions for. And there's the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. So the Queen of Swords, she come with the mouths because she's turning into Queen of Cups here. 3 swords. She thought she was smart. No, she's not very smart. So the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Cups in the recent past, where is the Leo feminine when it comes here? King of Swords, Aquarius energy, 7 Pentacles. The feminine says that is actually a divine bill for the masculine. He needs to think on what he invests in. Masculine, where are you? Well, now you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Friend contracts, trusting in the commitment, in judgment, and the Page of Cups. Making that final and firm decision, the Page of Cups and the Empress. They should have waited. They should have took their time to think about it a little more. This could have happened 7 years ago, and it's got one more. You're almost done here. Somebody's almost done. What's that about? What's the 3 swords? Where is the feminine fire sign and the King of Swords? What's coming out with the masculine? Chariot. She's not moving forward. Yeah, 2 wands to that path of interest. She's going to wait for the right time. She's going to wait until it can be just left behind for good. She knows that the energy is still there, so she knows even if she tried to leave it, that it would still stick. At the top of this spread, the Sun and the High Priestess, honey, being spiritually enlightened through your higher self. Sometimes you might feel cold chills coming down through actually the top of your head, and it could move down to your chest area or even your gut. This is a Leo that is very connected to. I almost want to sing for you, honey. What is the Leo doing? Where is internal Leo? Let's do feminine. The Sun and the High Priestess. 9 swords. Ace of Wands. Her stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights took her to a brand new perspective. It took her back to the divine realm to plug in. She said, Divine, I need some energy, please. The 4 of Wands to feel comfortable in love. Ace of Cups, twin flame love. She just wanted to recharge. That's all she wanted to do. You know the Avatar movie where they hook up to those little flying dragons and they hook up by their hair. They're charging. They're charging. Masculine, where are you here? 6 Pentacles and the 10 Swords. He has to level this out. That's an equal give and take. Getting back what you give. 10 Swords. Why? Because the 2 Cups. The masculine could have rushed into a different soulmate connection, or he could have argued behind the scenes to family to master the blockage. Masculine, did you talk about your feminine to family? Did you talk about your feminine to family? Divine masculine? You know, it's okay. Everybody's confused one time or another. You got the 6 of Cups. So that's a past. Yeah, justice. Don't ever correct on earth. It needs to be corrected in heaven. This is being spiritually balanced. Justified by the Star and the Knight of Wands. They're going to see for what it is because of the Knight of Wands energy. A sexual immaturity. Not ready to settle down. Justified soulmate. This Mexican. I don't know why I said Mexican. This masculine. Why did I? 3 Swords. Magician. Someone could be manifesting you to be heartbroken or tricked into being heartbroken. Yeah, quickly communicating. The challenge. You've challenged someone mentally because they can't come to you physically. They're scared of you mentally. They don't even want to be around you because whatever you say happens. Here's the King of Wands and the Strength card. There you go. Page of Cups and the 2 Swords. Stuck stagnant on an indecision. Undecided on how to initiate because it's confused. And the only way to break the confusion is to ask. Talk about it. So what's going to be justified? Justice and 6 of Cups could also be karmic soulmate. To be enlightened. To talk to your higher self. I also see that the masculine might actually be embarrassed that the friends and family know about he's interested in the spiritual realm. Things he can't see. Where's the masculine in 6 of Cups and Justice? 4 of Cups and the Hangman. He knows he's got to come back for the offer. The Hangman is in the upright because that's going to be his only support. It's going to move forward. As soon as he moves, that boom shakalaka, a shocking revelation of what he didn't know in that argument with the Empress. Oh my God. There's something the Empress has told this Emperor, and he doesn't find out until he gets into an argument with someone. She's not even around. What is the argument he gets into? He might get into the argument. That was the Knight of Swords. He might get into an argument with a child of the Queen of Swords. She could actually be a water sign or an air sign. So what would be in the Knight of Swords? Nothing but confusion. So I'm sorry you're so confused. See the Page of Cups and the Empress is over here. So trying to get them confused on who the Empress is. The Hangman, a different perspective without support for a long time. Spiritual perspective. Got to rebuild the foundation. Yeah, because this is a spiritual cup of love. You don't get those. Not everybody gets those Ace of Cups. No, you don't. It's halting. Could be a 4-year halt already in coming together. That's why the 3 of Cups is in reverse here. Not allowed to come together right now because the interest is still being challenged. Needing to make a stand without coming together. You can't do that. You got to come together to make amends. 7 Swords in reverse. No more interference. Page of Cups. What's this external person doing? They're not coming together with you if you're, yeah. They're now thinking about the King of Swords and the Sun. You must have challenged their interest. You knew they were interested, but they didn't. And how you did that with your own independent fucking success. The public recognizes you, how you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself. It's like you're walking on a cloud of abundance. It's like you're just floating. You don't even have to make a step. Damn. Your internal energy. Three Wands, 4 Swords. You're blocking someone's plans and preparations, which is up there with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Chariot. That's the Chariot in reverse. Not being able to come forward. Yeah, low vibing. You're blocking low vibing ass motherfuckers is what I'm going to say here, because you got the Five of Pentacles and the Two Swords in reverse here. You know that this is low vibing energy. And you are actually going to manifest that it doesn't come towards you. That Chariot's in reverse. The Four of Swords, that's a blockage. You could have unknowingly blocked their plans. Look at that. And Chariot comes out in the upright. You left. Yeah, because you were committed to going forward. They try to give you a block. You got the Chariot in reverse, Chariot in the upright. Five Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. You don't need to be around people to raise up your vibe. They have Five Pentacles and you got one Pentacle. Your one Pentacle is more power than their five, and more powerful than their five. The Hermit. That's the reflection in the past of the Lovers. You've soul searched. You've been mind, body, and soul searching. You've moved forward. You've committed to where you're going because you feel misjudged, confused on how to make those emotional decisions. You actually took a couple days before you moved forward. Whoever's in Chariot in reverse, they didn't. Because justice, that's what's going to justify what you're manifesting. Leo, you're fucking unbothered. You're just so... Imagine yourself at a paintball event and they're just shooting you. You got all kind of color on your back and you're just walking like you don't fucking feel it. Those things almost make you pee on yourself, but whatever Leo is in here, it's like you have an armor around you where you wouldn't feel the pain. Indeed. I won't go into no more of your secrets there. I'm proud of you. They got to come right or not coming in at all. If they're still low vibing like they was before, they're not coming in. You're not allowing them in. External of this reading, Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Well, that's all about interest and sex and passion, a new perspective, a whole new urge of interest. Remember that was up there with the feminine when she went and tried to plug in. There's the Six of Wands. And now they are recognizing a successful recognition. Yeah, the acknowledgement. They have actually put those pieces of the puzzle together. Well, what do they actually recognize? You have the Three Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here. 6 Wands and the 3 Pentacles. Oh. So what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? Page of Cups. You have an offer coming in. And it's not coming in flirtatious energy. It's coming with emotions this time. Look at that. 10 Pentacles. This is an abundified offer. The Wheel of Fortune. They could change your life. That's a change. A turning point behind the scenes. Indeed. This could be hidden on your destiny. You know, one of those little detours that the divine takes you in and gives you some abundance, and then you get back on the wheel. So behind the scenes changes in a abundified message. What's in the abundified message is in the Page of Cups. It's up there. We'll clarify it there. The main aspect in this reading is the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. You're even curious if somebody's spiritual. You're curious if they have learned any spiritual lessons. You're curious if this is a self-disciplined person. You could be looking for people that's not spiritual so you can close that cycle. Let's do the World and the Four of Swords because the World's up there with the feminine. What's the Four of Swords when it comes to the divine feminine? Unknowingly. She is unknowingly ending the cycles because she's curious if somebody's not spiritual to be able to release that heartbreak and level it. Equal give and take. Somebody got paid back for breaking this feminine's heart. The truth was hidden, so she entered the cycle. She doesn't know for sure if someone's spiritual. So this is a feminine that's not going to try to wake people up. You'll have to come to her for a question. You'll have to approach her. And when you approach her, she's going to know the divine sent you to her for her to help you. She's going to know who she's supposed to help and she's going to know who she's not. A deep emotional immense transformation. The Death card, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to say that out loud. I cannot. Where's the masculine? Hierophant reverse, Page of Swords. Okay, the Four of Wands. Oh, and the Two of Cups. Okay, twin flame soulmate. And the Death card is in reverse with the Magician. So he has actually manifested, but without a transition. He's trying to transition without having emotions. He's trying to transition without crying. He's trying to change this turning point without having any feelings. And you cannot do it right now. And then you got this feminine up here with the Page of Cups and the Empress. So what does that say for her? Is this the initiation to the Empress or an apology to her? What is this energy and the potential outcome? The energy in this outcome, we're going to pull them. So the focus of a Fool trying to master a release of communication. Oh, trying to focus on a new beginning after communicating because unemotionally fulfilled, confused by the sun. There was someone confused by the feminine's light. How she shined. This is maybe the masculine. He knew maybe she's having a bad day. He knew she's having a bad life. But just by looking at her and the way she approaches people and the way she says, hey, how you doing? And she's just so nice to people but so broken inside. Somebody has seen this in this feminine and they're like, damn. Quickly communicating a release to master. Trying to master the communication. So the masculine over here in the Three Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, acknowledging how to put those pieces of the puzzle together, the King of Pentacles and the Tower. Whatever they have followed through with, they have to blow it up themselves. They literally have to light that dynamite on their own. Well, how are they going to do that? How they're going to do that is make judgment, final judgment. That breaker 19 calling on the divine Father. Can you hear me? And the Nine Cups in reverse. They're going to eventually make a final firm of judgment that this is not what they wish for. That Nine Cups is in reverse. What did they not wish for? Two Swords. They didn't wish for something they didn't see. Maybe they didn't know they were going to be heartbroken. Because now they're actually reconsidering the soulmate connection that they manifested and was looking for was their wish fulfillment. But that's the one that they was harshly argumentative with. It's like they didn't understand you. They didn't understand you. And they gave you a hard time. What? Well, where's the feminine in judgment? She says, I love you, lover. I love you, honey, is what she says. Feminine's not judging. She's not judging. And she doesn't give a shit who judges herself. You see, the masculine, he's curious if this is what he's manifesting. He's looking for what he's manifested. Looking for some truth, some sort of clarity, some sort of freaking sign, he said. Give me some sign, he said. What kind of sign does he want? What's the Page of Swords and the Magician masculine? Oh, it's the Chariot. He wants to know where to go. It's for a long time he's been trying to move away. Yeah, to that Nine Cups. To the soulmate that he wished for. The spiritual soulmate. The nurturing spiritual wish. I'm going to tell you right now, this masculine has learned to cry. He's learned to cry. He used to be someone that, like, when he was mad and knows that he's not going to be himself, he'll leave. He'll go away from family to where they can't see him hit something. Because they see him hit something go off, they're like, oh, he's fucking being crazy again. Same way with the feminine. They'll say, oh, yeah, their mind's crazy again. But you know yourself. You do that because you're scared of yourself or what you would do to somebody if they're disrespecting you in front of their face. So it could be a family member, somebody you're real close to, somebody you give a lot of time to. And just to keep you from going to jail, you go to the woods. Because you know it's an earthly situation that needs divine help. I love you guys. Ciao.